All right, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Gotta make another little run this evening. So thought I had a thought. Was talking to my wife because just in as things married couples do, and just going over some stuff, and we hear something often out here. And let me preface this, me and my wife been together since 1997. So just put that in perspective. My relationship and marriage to my wife probably predates some of y'all who are even listening. So let me say this, we're talking, of course, because that's the relationship you build. That type of connection, I guess what you will know from the rip is if that person is compatible to your type of being. And so a lot of people out here in the dating market, they look for a lot of things, but the one thing I do not hear within all of their talking, and this is something that was really a thing in my generation, and it's compatibility. Like, are you compatible? Because people look for all of these superficial things nowadays, and you're kind of led to believe like all of these material things or all of these outward things are really important. But if you want a successful relationship, you want a long-lasting relationship and marriage, one thing you need to establish is who you are, right and wrong. That'll be one of the biggest things to help you in your relationship, and that goes for men and women. This is across the board. If you know who you are, you know what your faults are, and you're intentional about your interactions with your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife. Those things kind of take care of themselves, because then you're, even in your fault, you're still coming off to your partner as genuine. And in this day and age where there's so much deception out here, being genuine is something that matters. I know when you're young, you probably don't think it matters. But yeah, so I'll say this, ladies, something about, especially, and I'll speak for black men in this case. Black men do not have the luxury of fluff. We cannot live our life in fantasy because we are always on the defense. Sometimes it looks like offense, but it's literally all about survival. So when I hear a lot of, and coming up, a lot of females always thought that every dude was all about sex. No. What a man wants to know is, long term, are you sexually compatible? Can they see themselves as you age? And because, see, that's the reality of a man. So you look at a lady's mama. You look at how the aunties age and all of that. See, this is stuff that the women in my family taught us about women and how to look at and look for women. Look for women who have some kind of, not the feminist thing going on, but a familial woman connection. Because oftentimes there's a lot of jealousy that goes on with women, even within families, especially black women. And not to say that it's not going to happen even in a close familial connection, but you run a way more of a positive chance with people having these connections, because at the end of the day, you can honestly evaluate people. You can honestly evaluate behaviors, and so that way, when you're looking for your prospective partner, always be intentional. Always be intentional, because one thing I'm hearing a lot, and like you got a lot going on right now, You got the pop your balloon type of deals going on out here, which those seem very crazy. Me and my wife have watched some of those. And what a lot of people don't understand is that's put on by a married couple. And it's a trip because nobody goes in there with, some of these people are divorced too. But I think they're divorced because they still had a singular mind. And that's how you notice. So when you see these divorcees, men or women, that still think like a single individual, and they've never morphed into thinking as a married person in the first place. That's why their marriage failed. They thought they could be divided. Either you're all in or you're not. And so for a lot of you, I will tell you, if you're not really all in, don't waste that other person's time. Because time is something you don't get back, and you could be wasting somebody's time that could be spent with their special someone or that someone for them when you know it ain't you. Outside of that, I got another question, and I just wanted to preface all I said because this is the question I had. We hear an awful lot about the table and what do you bring to the table, especially in this, I guess, modern dating era. Which I gotta say, if you're, even for a young person, it's got to look pretty crazy. But as an older individual out here trying to date, man, I don't envy you at all. I don't envy you at all. Because, like, at my age, if these women are single and have never been married, I would have to ask, my first question would be, how have you dealt with your trauma from childhood and your past relationships? Because to be at my age and you're still thinking as a single person, number one, I would only say that for sake of them healing. But as a person, if you are in of my age range, fellas, that's a no-go. That's an absolute no-go. And I'm sure someone, well, what do you mean? Ain't no man at this time got to waste his time with your problems and all your baggage. Now, one thing that you need to do, because see, here's the thing. If you're suffering from all that trauma and all that baggage, you cannot be his peace because you're not at peace. So it leads to my question. And I'm not asking for my age range alone. I'm asking for all age ranges that are watching this video. And I'm just wanting you to ask yourself this question. Come on, man. When we say, what do you bring to the table? I've never heard a man say, I am the table. But I have heard a woman say, I am the table. In lieu of that, I'll expand that to the man. So if you feel that you are the table, what does that mean? And I would advise anybody to do this thing. Here's my proposal to you. Take it and do with it as you please. But I would, and this is if you want to seriously get in a serious, loving relationship, and you're really honest and sincere about that, make a list of 5 things. Because here's one thing we all know. We all know what everybody wants. We hear it all the time. But first, what I want you to do, come on, man, what are you doing here? Write a list of 5 things, 5 positive things that you bring to a relationship and that you believe would benefit your partner. And this is all about your partner. So the 5 things that would make your partner feel comfortable 100% with you. What would be those 5 things that your partner would be, or prospective partner, be able to look at you and say, I see these 5 qualities. This is what this person brings to the table, and it gives me comfort, and I want to marry this woman. I want to marry this man. So that's my challenge to you. Write a list of 5 things that you really would want to offer to another person in a relationship and want to be this and that and everything else. What are those 5 things that you would want to bring to your relationship? And then after that, I would ask, after looking at your own list, what are your requirements in your relationship, and how much did your requirements differ from now than before to what you thought you wanted? And that right there is just the mindset state of treating somebody how you want to be treated. And that is the bottom base number 1 rule of relationships. And so with that being said, I just wanted to come in and just, tap in with the family real quick. That's all I had to say. I just wanted to put that out there because I see this all the time. And just wanted to give my 2 cents in. I'm no love guru, no nothing like that. But I am married. Got a lot of this relationship experience on the long-term end side of the game. So that comes with everything. You know what I'm saying? Every day ain't sunshine, and every day ain't rain. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Thank you for checking this out. I'm going to also post this on a few different places. So wherever you guys are seeing, make sure you go to the Beatzillapdx official YouTube channel and subscribe. With that being said, man, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon each and every one of you. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all. Stay black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed night.